This is my take on this year's theme with a poem called The Cosmos, in which I try to answer big questions about things I really don't have any idea about. So, this is the Cosmos. There are many stories as of how we came to be. I'm not quite sure which I believe. Some say that the universe is just one big tapestry, simply woven from the what-ifs and unknowns. Others say that the universe is a byproduct of man, clumsily glued together by the hands of a killer. I don't believe in those stories, because at night, when the skies come alive in their dotted cloaks of insomnia, you can hear the faint whispers of how we came to be. I think that as humans, our greatest flaw is our unwavering belief that we, with our destructive ways and our murderous eyes, are at the center of this cosmos. The belief that despite what science tells us, those giant celestial bodies, they orbit us. I cannot tell you about Adam or Eve, but I can tell you that even from then, we have just been amalgamation of flesh. We are not the most precious of stones, just the collateral damage of the universe. We are untold stories waiting to be read, that books don't have the spines to carry, and not because they're so good, but because they're so devastatingly bad. I don't know how we came to be, and I'm still trying to catch the fragments of those whispers late at night. Perhaps we were really just made from the debris of what was before, or perhaps we are a momentary lapse in judgment. But if my nights with insomnia have taught me anything, it is that when we are at rest, in the early hours of dawn, the earth hasn't stopped rumbling on its path to self-destruction. Unlike animals, we possess no inner compass, no magnetic right or wrong. Instead, we possess megaphones of the tongue, which oftentimes we use for wrong. We amplify our surroundings in the worst we have to offer. Our greed has multiplied, our errors magnified, and our riches badly plastered onto the sky-high walls of our creations. And our very essence has been taken, sold to the highest bidder. Because on our way towards development, we have lost the very things that make us human. Instead, we use our microphones of word to spread the static noises of our deafening silence. But sometimes silence is the loudest scream. And at night, when life is at a momentary standstill, our heartbeats sync together, a constant battle song. The earth is silent, and it bleeds. In crimson pools of red, it is telling us to scream, to magnify, to multiply, and to amplify. Because unlike them, we've been given the power of megaphones that equip us to even the most devastating of times create solutions out of diluted paints, of whispers on the tips of tongues, of fluid movements of the limbs, and of 12-point times neurotic. After all, art is just the unspoken words of a bleeding heart. It is not a representation of life, but a representation of us, and the light that leaks through the gaps of our souls, because we are made from the ashes of yesterday. The universe is not ours, but we are of the universe. And despite not being the star-crossed lovers those stories write so eloquently of, we can still enjoy the beauty of this cosmos, bound together by the silver strands of us. So amplify yourself, amplify your voice, and tell the stories that you couldn't before. Tell the stories that are engraved in your bones that itch to be told but can never get out. Tell the stories that are written only on the walls of prison cells because they will never get out. Amplify yourself, amplify your art, your ideas, and create something that resonates through the debris of the wreckage that you have been born into. Amplify yourself. Make your voice so loud that it ricochets off the walls of that box society has placed you in. Because art is just the screams of those whose tongues have been cut off. whose stories have been stripped from them and instead engraved in lines across their back. It is the desperation of a writer whose stories can only be seen by the planks of wood they are hidden under. When it comes to art, love shamelessly, dream recklessly, but most of all, create fearlessly, because there will always be a book willing to lend its spine for your voice.